This is a terrifying story that I guarantee you have never heard before. The old railway tunnel ran beneath the heart of the city. It had been decades since a train had passed through, but recently the city had been receiving reports of strange vibrations coming from beneath the ground. They sent Jacob, a night shift repairman, to investigate. The whisper forming words this time: "Do not walk the rails." Curiosity overcame his fear, and he followed the sound. The whispers grew louder, more frantic. It looked into him, and Jacob's body froze. The lights flickered, and the whispers filled his head. The camera on his helmet recorded 14 seconds of darkness, and then his own voice whispering from the other side of the wall, "Another one is coming." As he approached a sealed section of the tunnel, there was a small opening where someone had broken through the wall. And beyond that, Jacob could see footprints in the dirt, bare, muddy ones. Whoever had been walking the tracks had recently come this way. His first task was to crawl through the pitch-black tunnel and find the source of the noise. As he made his way through the darkness, the whispers had stopped. Maybe it was over. Maybe it was just a crazy, creepy experience he'd never tell anyone about. But as he turned to leave, he saw it. Someone was walking the track ahead of him. He couldn't see their face, but he could see what they were dragging, a long metal object. He heard what sounded like rats, scraping and skittering in the walls. Then he heard a whisper. At first he thought it was a voice from above, but then it echoed again, and he realized it was coming from inside the tunnel. It wasn't a human whisper. It was layered, out of sync, like multiple versions of one voice. He tried to rationalize it, telling himself that it was just a trick of his hearing, but the sound continued to echo behind him as he moved forward. Then he saw it. The old maintenance cart, its wheels still warm. Whoever had been using it had just left, but how and why? Jacob didn't stick around to find out. He turned and ran for the exit, the whispers following him all the way. When he reported what he'd heard to the city, they dismissed it as stress-induced auditory hallucinations. But Jacob knew what he'd heard. So the next night he brought a recording device to try and capture the whispers. He crawled back into the tunnel, determined to get to the bottom of this. And then he heard it again, but by the time Jacob reached the opening, when Jacob called out, the figure turned. It didn't look at him.